This video is not financial advice. I'm not a financial planner. I'm an entertainer, and I'm a lover of food. The one and only ape father relaxing on the recliner. Wow! I just took a little break. I'm going to eat some more. But as I was eating, I saw Teddy Zane's most recent video on the numbers, are BS. They don't make any sense. I have to say, my respect for Teddy Zane has been growing, growing, every month. And I really have a lot of respect for him. He really is a very smart businessman. He owns, multiple businesses. He's a very prudent, investor. He does well for himself. And this last video, he made a lot of sense. Everything he was saying, the numbers make no logical sense. Like, you don't have to be a genius. You understand? You don't have to be Albert Einstein, Sigmund Freud. You could actually be one of the dumbest, most low IQ people on earth, and you could probably figure out that there's something rotten in Denmark. So like here's an example, right? He's saying that, Mr. Adam the A-Man, that we owned a retail investor 90% of AMC. Now, when we owned 80%, way back when, right? Like when I first kind of came into this thing in June, we were at like $53 a share, right? So, so it's like, now this is back in June when we were less 80%, right? How can you explain intelligently and logically that now there's more apes, right? Like we went from 4 million to 7 million. Like there's more apes coming into this movement, buying more. And now we own 10% more than we did in June. And the price of AMC is 18 and change. That's like crazy. Doesn't make any sense. It's like, what? What the F? Just that alone. Not to mention that we have evidence that institutions own a lot of AMC. I mean, we know this. So like Teddy made a good point. Like what is Adam the A-Man, Iron, what does he consider a retail investor? He made a joke. He's like, does Adam consider the state of, like of Georgia or like, and it's true. Like, does he consider like a pension fund? Let's say there's a pension fund in New Jersey. So it's not technically, you understand? It's not like technically a hedge fund. It's a pension fund. So maybe he considers the retail investors because we're all from Jersey. Of course, think about it. The pension fund consists of, your blue collar worker. So I don't know where he's getting this information from, like how he's figuring this out, because it makes absolutely no sense and nothing makes sense. If we own 90% of AMC, we should be like higher than we were when we own 80%, correct? Isn't that a logical conclusion? When we own 80% of the company, we were at $53 a share. Now we're at 90% ownership and we're at $18 and change. And like another great point that Teddy said, if this was something like the IRS was doing like an audit or something, they would tear this company apart. And what's really frightening is Adam Aaron, whatever, I don't even care to pronounce this guy's name. I'm just going to call him Adam the A-Man, all right? He doesn't really seem to care. Like obviously he knows, being the CEO, correct? There's problems with his company. And he's, doing all this crazy, shit, like going into the popcorn industry. Now he's doing this thing with Batman where he's going to be charging like a premium on new movies. It's like, okay, that's all fine. But don't you want to get down to the rock bottom, like cause of the problem that's causing your company to be in the shit box? Like, you know what I mean? And what is that? There's obviously, this is something that has to really, really be torn apart by the government, by the SEC. And I don't know, man. I just hope they're doing it. Tomorrow's the big day, right? March 3rd, where the transparency rule goes into effect. I will tell you that there is some very shady, very, very shady stuff going on with AMC. And you really got to question who's involved in all this shady stuff. You know what I mean? Maybe is Adam involved? Adam the A-Man. I'm not, listen, it's all speculation. I'm not making any accusations here, but he don't seem to mind too much with all this damn manipulation and corruption that's going on after he cashed out $24 million. He don't seem to mind so much. He don't seem to care. And he should care. He should be angry. He should be fighting for us. You can't just come out and make a claim saying we own 90% with a big Kool-Aid smile. And you know what's funny is like I see so many apes are happy about this. Like I'm looking at YouTube channels. How could you be happy about it? You should be furious about this. It should have the opposite effect because it doesn't make any sense. If we own 90%, why are we at $18 a share? It doesn't make any sense. What's your feelings?